Hello everyone, welcome to Python for Everyone. In this video tutorial we're going to talk about expressions. Expressions are the building blocks of statements, and statements are what actually do things in your program. We're going to do that all on Python Tutor, which we learned about in the last video tutorial. So next up, let's get to Python Tutor. Okay, here we are on Python Tutor. We're going to start typing in our code. We're going to start off with a very simple expression, a string. Hello friends. Expressions are just values that can be used in a program, like the words hello friends. Expressions that are strings have to be wrapped in quotes. Now, numbers can also be expressions, like 10. 10 is an integer expression. It represents a whole number. Expressions can also be fractional numbers called floating point numbers. They represent a number with a decimal place, and that includes numbers that are written in scientific notation like 1 times 10 to the 5th. These are all expressions. Now, expressions again are the building blocks of statements. They represent the values that statements use to actually go and do something in your program. So what's a statement? Well, let's see our first statement that actually does something that would be marginally useful in a program. Let's print out an expression. So this statement is called a print statement. It uses the print function to go do something. And what you're going to see in the program's output is it's going to print the words hello friends. And last, I'm going to sneak in a little a statement that I'm going to talk about a little bit more in a minute. We'll come back to that in a second. But first, let's go and run this program using the Visualize Execution button. Okay, so execution has begun and we're at our very first expression. That's hello friends. Stepping over that, it's actually going to take me all the way down to line 5. Now, I'm not really sure why it does that, but it skipped over all of those other expressions. And now we are at our very first statement. Now, the thing to look at here is that the print function has these parens. And the parens are where you specify the input to the print function. The input to the print function is this expression hello friends. And let's see what happens when we execute this function. If we do next, up here, you notice hello friends just popped out of our program, which is exactly what we asked. We said print hello friends. Now here's the really interesting part. Statements in Python are also expressions. The input statement is going to ask us for our name, and then it's going to return what we type in into the print statement that it's a part of. So just like that, it can not only do a thing, ask us what our name is, but it can act like a value because whatever we type in becomes the value of the expression. Okay, let's type in our name. Well, I'll type in my name. When you run this code, you can type in yours. And click Submit. And if you look closely at what the program outputted, it's hello Mike. Well, the hello Mike comes from this word hello, and then the return value of the input. The input function or the input statement can be used as an expression. Whatever I typed into the input went back into my program as an expression. That expression is the quoted, the literal value Mike. Right, so why am I teaching you this? Are you confused? Well, the reason for this lesson is I want you to know what I mean when I say the words statement and when I say the words expression. An expression is a thing that has a value, is a piece of your program that has a value like a number or a string. And a statement is a piece of your program that does something. And I'm going to be using those words throughout this series, so it's important that you know them now. If you want to find the code that I used for this example, you can find it in the comments below. Okay, so in this video we talked about expressions and statements. In the next video I'm going to talk about variables, so stay tuned.